Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about she plans. I first was introduced to them, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and I did my first review last year, and I was so in love with these products. I was actually shocked at the quality. They have 2 different systems that you can choose from. One, actually kind of 3. You can choose from the Sewn line, or the disc line, or the insert line, or you could like mix and match, I guess. But those are their 2 offerings. They have so many things, and she sent me a ton to show you, and I cannot wait to have you sneak peek into this. Because this is going to be a really long video, she did send me a lot of products to share with you. I am going to be time-stamping everything below so you can flip from one thing to another. If you're more interested in the dailies, I'll have them linked, or the sewn items or the disc items. It will all be time-stamped below. I do have a coupon code for She Plans, which I will also have linked below. Let's get started. All right, we're gonna start off with the sewn items since I have them out. Are her designs not the cutest this year? I am so excited about it, especially this yellow one and the floral. Oh, it's so cute. I love that she brought a lot of yellows in. Yellow is my favorite color. I'm gonna move these all aside and we will get into it. When you go to her website, you can click on Planner Guide, and this is a great place to get started. You can take the quiz, but it also has this amazing chart where it shows what offerings she has. Because she does offer a lot of different things, it can feel a little overwhelming, but also because she offers so many different things, you can really make the planner that is perfect for you. So we're going to be going over these sewn items first. As you can see, she has monthlies in 2 different sizes, a weekly in one size, and a daily in one size, and you can see the different specs about them here and the accessories available. It's just a really great chart to look at if you're trying to figure out what is right for you. We're going to start off with the monthly book. This is probably my favorite of her new covers. It's so sweet and cute. I love this design here. This is the 2024 monthly sewn planner. It is available in sizes 9x7 and 8x10. The 9x7 is $24 and the 8x10 is $26. It has really nice rounded corners, which I love because when you're like sticking it in a bag or something, it doesn't snag. And also I just prefer the aesthetic of a rounded sewn book. The cover is 100-pound matte laminate, and it feels not like plasticky by any means, but it definitely feels durable. This book is sewn, like I said, in this really nice white stitching. It's beautifully done. This planner has her logo at the back. Her books are made in the USA, which is really nice to know. This has 12 monthly pages, year-at-a-glance pages, 14 dot grid pages, and 28 lined pages. So it really would work well for so many things. Just a really great size to stick in bags as well. It's very much not cumbersome. To start off, you have this planning for the year ahead. 6 months at a time here. You can do quarterly goals, and then you can use this for goal setting or future planning or birthdays, a lot of different options. And then here is the last 2 quarters. You then have 4 dot grid pages, and then it gets into the January calendar. So it's a very clean look. All of She Plans is very elegant and clean, neutral, very much a blank slate, so you can do whatever you want. I know a lot of people love this more neutral look, and if so, this is perfect for you. She has a notes section over here that says what's going to make this month special. Let's make memories, so you can do like a idea list or goals over here, or I usually use it for birthdays. Then you have planning for January, so maybe some pre-planning pages, or I actually think She Plans is a great goal setting book. I'm going to be making a whole video about my favorite goal planning, but I would probably use this to set goals in different areas of life. And then you have your calendar for the next month. So it goes through that. Each month you have your month, and then you have your 2 notes pages. At the end of the book, you have your last month, your last 2 notes pages, and then you have some more lined notes pages and then some dot grid note pages at the end. Throughout this book, like I said, there are 14 dot grid pages and 28 lined pages, so you have plenty of notes to take in here. It's great for those of you, if you are just a monthly planner, you just like seeing a month at a glance and then maybe want to take some notes in between. This is amazing. The paper in here is 80-pound text weight paper. I have always loved writing on She Plans paper. It's one of the things that brings me back to it over and over again when I am needing, especially her daily pages. I really love her daily pages. I believe this is the only cover option available in the monthly, but I love it, and I wish that it was available in more things because I think it is the cutest of all of her covers, although I really like all of her covers. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, we have her weekly. These are only available in 8x10. These are a little bit of a chunkier sewn book, and they have the white stitching again. They come in these 3 styles. These 2 are the dated, and this one is undated. So if you are someone who likes undated, you get this cute gingham. If you like dated, it comes in these little florals. And they both go so cute, or actually all of these go really, really cute with her monthly. I love how this one just kind of like ties everything in together, but darling, 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 they're all really cute together. So every 6 months, she offers a new cover. These are 6-month books. It probably would be too thick for a sewn book if she put the whole year together. I also just think this is really, really nice to carry around. The full year of the weekly sewn planner bundle, you get these 2, and they are on sale right now. They're normally $60 for both. They're actually on sale right now for $48 for both, which I think is such a good deal. The undated one is $30. I'm pretty sure this is listed as purple gingham on the website. I could be wrong. I don't see a blue gingham, but it's definitely blue. It's blue to me. So, but online it does look more purple, so I'm not sure if I'm looking at the right listing. I just don't see any other listing other than this. So let's look at these dated versions. Let's look at the dated versions first. This is January to June. And this one is July to December. This starts off with the same pages as the monthly, so you'll have your planning your year ahead pages, your dot grid pages. You get 6 of those, and then it goes into the month. In this size, the 8x10, the boxes are they're a really great size. You'll have tons of writing room. I like the way she did her holidays. They're very non-obtrusive and simple. The page after is a little bit of a dashboard page. So you have planning for January. You can set your goals and action steps, and then you have a planning for January lined page. Then you get 4 dot grid notes pages before it starts in on the month. So tons of notes pages in this book. At the top, you have this thing that says, what is my intention for this week? What am I working towards? Write it down and make it happen. This is a lined vertical. There aren't a lot of lined verticals out there that are just plain lines. I know there are some, but the ones that I've really used are this one and MakseLife. The columns here are just under 1 3/4 inches. So sticker kits would still work in here. They wouldn't fill the whole column, which I don't mind at all. But they are just a little bit wider than like an Erin Condren vertical or a MakseLife vertical. It leaves you a lot of room to do so many things. You could use this as just a to-do list for the day. You could use this as time blocking for the day. So many options. I love a line vertical because you can really do whatever you want in here. You could make this a to-do list. You could make this time blocking. So many options. On the notes column, it says, what energy will you bring to this week? Be intentional. And that is what every week looks like. Very clean. She Plans has really, really clean layouts. And then it goes into the next month. There are notes pages at the beginning for goal setting. These 4 dot grid, which you can use for goal setting, or you could use it for reflection, journaling, just like a master to-do list or projects that you're working on before it goes into the next weekly pages. After the very last weekly spread in this book, you get 8 dot grid notes pages, so a ton of notes pages, followed by a look ahead to 2025. So you get a full calendar year for 2025. That is what the weeklies look like in all of these. They're exactly the same. And then the undated version, the difference here is that it just says the week of and doesn't have the date. Where on the dated one, it has September and the week of. Other than that, this book is exactly the same, and I love them. Beautiful sewn books for those of you who love this kind of binding. Next up in her lineup, you have her dailies. These are beautiful books. This is probably what I would be the most drawn to in the sewn line, would be a daily book, because I really like to keep my dailies with me at all times. I take my daily to the grocery store. I make grocery lists in it. I make time blocking. I put my appointments in there. Dailies are kind of my workhorse. These are quarterly books. So there's 3 months in each of these, and they're available in dated or undated. They have the monthly spread, a week at a glance, and daily pages in this. So this really can be your weekly as well. These only come in 9x7, which this is probably my preferred size. I like this size. I feel like it's a little bit more portable than the 8x10, and it has the same material for the covers. You get these 4 great options in the dated version. And here you have the January to March, April to June, July to September, and October to December. I love the coordinating colors. I especially love these two because I love yellow, but I think that the peachy ones are also darling. These are available undated as well, which I actually love for dailies because I don't need a daily every single day. And so while I love a dated weekly, an undated daily is always a great option in my opinion. I also love that you get a new cover quarterly. I get sick of covers sometimes and want to change them up. So 3 months is kind of when I start to get an itch to change. And so I love that you can switch from book to book. You have the option to buy these in a bundle and you save $20 if you do that. They sell for $25 each, but if you buy them in a bundle, you get a 20% discount and they are $80 for all 4. These also have the rounded corners. All of her sewn books do. Inside is 70-pound text weight paper and 100-pound matte laminate cover. And the pages are sewn again in the beautiful white stitching. All right, let's take a peek into the first one. So this cover I think is my favorite. I love it so much. And we'll flip through the front pages quickly because they're pretty much the same, but you do have the planning your year ahead pages, the 4 quarters, and then you have the 2 dot grid before it goes into your month at a glance. And then you have your month at a glance, which is the same as it was in your monthly and just smaller than the weekly version. You have planning for January. Here are your goal pages. I really love a clean slate for goal pages, and that sometimes it's nice not to have it so structured, and I love that about She Plans. So it gives you a focus for January, a focus goal for January. So basically 2 focus goals and then this month's action steps for those. I love that the way that she has her goal pages set up. This is what her weeks look like. So it starts off with a week at a glance. It has the days of the week listed here. You can see how she puts the holidays in really small, which is nice. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Just a blank box and then some lines that you could put a to-do list or list the books you read that month or so many different things. I love when note sections don't have titles, and so she doesn't label anything, so it's really is open-ended. Her weekly layout is one of my favorites. I talked about this in the feature I did on her last year, but it is a 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. time blocking with half-hour marks. Really great line spacing. And then on this side, what I love about it is there aren't any check marks. So if I want to use this for notes, I can. If I want to use it for a to-do list, I can. And then I usually use this for weather or sometimes a quote for the day or a cute sticker or something. I love that it is just more of a blank slate but the time blocking is really important to me, so I do like the times. I actually would prefer if this would start at 5 a.m. for me, but I know 6 a.m. is good for most people. It's a really great time spread here. Her weekend days each have their own day as well, which I don't ever mind a shared weekend page, but I know that this is an important feature for a lot of people. After the weekend, you get your week at a glance again, and then it goes into the week. The last day of the month will be the last Sunday of the month because she does the week at a glance. So this ends on January 28th, and then it will go into the month. And then the last days of January are actually going to be here in the February month because she does this week at a glance page, which I prefer. I want my week to stay together on a daily. So January 29th is in the month of February, if that makes sense, on here. At the very end of the daily, you get just a couple of dot grid notes pages. So let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get your look ahead to 2024. And that is what all of the dailies look like. I'm going to show these cute little nameplates at the back of these so you can see that it's green, then yellow, peach, and then kind of a darker peach. So they're really, really cute. I really love her colors. She has really kind of peaceful, sweet, it's a really sweet cover. Other offerings in her Sewn line are her notebooks. She offers these in 9x7, and there's these 2 cover options, or 5x7, and you have these 2 cover options. They're a really great size. The little ones are obviously skinnier because they have less pages. These mini dot grid sewn notebooks are $8 each, and then the 2 notebooks are $16 each. Let's look at the mini ones first. So this is Peaches, this is Cream. That's so cute. And these are 5x7. The pages are printed on 70-pound text weight paper. They have the same matte laminate cover. And then these are both dot grid. So it's a really nice dot grid. The dots are really small. So although they're dark, which I like, I actually prefer a pretty dark mark, they're so small that they won't feel like they're in the way or obtrusive or anything. So I really, really like her dot grid. And then the bigger ones, these $16 ones, these are 9x7. These pages are also printed on the 70-pound text weight paper. And then you can choose from, this one's a dot grid and this one's aligned. So her dot grid looks like this. And then her lined looks like this. I really like the size of her lines. They're a little less than the 1/4-inch lines that are in an Erin Condren. They're a little skinnier, which I love that, but they're not tiny either. They're a perfect size. They're just shy of a 1/4 inch. And then the back of these, the nameplates are done in this creamy color. The last thing that I have to share with you from the Sewn collection is their Sewn Goal Planner. This is $20. It has this really pretty blue trellis design. The layout includes reflection and vision pages. I actually am really excited about, and there's the nameplate on that one, but I'm actually really excited about this goal planner. So these beginning pages, she gives some information on how her goal system is set up. She talks about the difference between a goal and a focus goal. A focus goal is basically something that you focus on for a certain amount of time. So it might be meal planning. It might be, she talks about having a goal to be a runner or having a goal to cook healthy for your family, and giving yourself permission to have something be more of a focus than another goal during a certain amount of time. I really like that idea. You first start off with reflections and visions for the future, and she has different areas of life that you basically reflect on before you start on setting your goals. Her areas of life are mental and physical health, personal growth and spirituality, sense of self and purpose, work and career, finance, romantic relationship, friends and family. I really like when the romantic relationships and friends and family are separated. I don't think relationships are all the same or have the same amount of pull, and they also have completely different goals. So I really like that she has maybe your partner is a totally different goal than your girlfriends. Fun and adventure, and those are the areas of life. Then she has a 2-page vision board that you can create. So this first page is for you to set your goals for 6 months at a time. I really like that idea. And instead of doing a full year goals, your annual goals, set goals 6 months at a time, because really, truly, so much can change in 6 months and you might have a completely different focus from one half of the year to the next. So this first page is where you take from the visions to the years ahead, your prep work pages. You choose 3 goals to work on for 6 months, and you use this space to write your goals as if they've already happened. The more detail, she says, the better. So that's what you will do here. Kind of a vision for yourself in 3 different areas of life. And those 3 goals are your focus goals. So here is where you break each one of those down. So this is your focus goal 1, focus goal 2, and focus goal 3 for January to June. And it talks about things like, why is this important? How and why? I really believe that with goal setting, your why is so important. Figuring out why this is important to you, because if you don't know your why, the motivation just isn't there. At least it's not for me. Habits, routines, and mindsets. And then what will I take to achieve this goal, and my first steps will be. So really breaking down that goal. There are no lines on this page. I wish it was dot grid or something like that, because writing, I prefer lines. They kind of stresses me out to write in blank boxes. But this is blank, so just be aware that there aren't any lines. Celebration of my progress. And then it starts on your goals for July through December. So this is the same thing. Your 3 goals, breakdown of those 3 focus goals, and then your celebration of your progress for the second half of the year. This next section is your monthly planning for the year ahead. So this is where you're going to take those goals and break them down even more. You have this very open-ended planning for January. What I would probably do is break down those focus goals into 5 steps that I want to work on this month. And then I would use this as maybe a to-do list or something to go along with the goal. And then you have a dot grid on this page. You have another lined page here, and then a 6-month monthly review for January. And then on this page, you have a monthly review. Reflection is a really important part of goal setting. It helps you see your progress or see where change needs to happen. You answer questions like, celebrate your wins, what worked and didn't work, next month's focus, next action steps, looking forward to, and then a mind sweep, just an empty space for you. And then it goes into the next month. At the end of the book, you have 8 of these notes pages that say, my big ideas for this year. You can use this to break down some of your goals if there's lots of steps to finish something. I might use this for projects that go along with my focus goals. And then after the last of these pages, you get 3 dot grid pages. And that is what this goal setting book has. It's a really great option. It's a little bit less structured than some goal setting systems, and I love that about it. Sometimes that's what I prefer. I think this is an amazing option. The quality is incredible. It would be a great companion to any other planner that you're using. Another thing you may want to pick up if you are doing the sewn books are these vinyl covers. These books just slide in, they go around the cover, and it just protects them for the year. And I think that's really important for these little books. These are $14 for the 9x7, and they are $16 for the 8x10. These are a collaboration with Lauren Phelps Designs as well. They're really nice quality. I have actually purchased one directly from Lauren Phelps Designs before, and it has held up beautifully, and so I'm excited that she did this collab with her. A couple of other accessories that you may want to pick up if you're using the sewn book, or I guess you could use this in anything, are her sticker tabs. This comes in different options. The one I have is the monthly pastels. It goes really cute with this year's covers, and it just has the month on it. So sewn books you can have the tabs on if you would like that. You can also buy this in tan unlabeled, or she has a color scheme that is mauve and navy. It goes better with last year's colors, but they're really pretty. And these are $6 for the set. She also is selling the magnetic pen loop. This is on sale as of right now when I'm looking at it for $6. The magnetic pen loop here is a really handy accessory, and it will keep your pen or pencil within reach at all times. When you have this kind of cover, you often don't have like a pen loop built in. So I would get my pen, and you can just clip it onto your book before you put it into your notebook. It's a really interesting kind of concept of a pen loop, and it does hold it on really secure, like it wouldn't fall out in your purse. I really like it. And again, it's on sale for $6 right now. It's usually $7.50. All right, now we're gonna start in on the disc system. I'm just gonna move this aside for a second so I can show you last year's and why I love a disc system so much. So this is my sheet plans from last year. This is 6 months at a time. It is quite a substantial book. This is half letter size, which I love because you can print pages off online of certain things, and it's just half of a letter size paper, your standard printer size paper. And I love that I can just add this and customize it. Disc bound half letter, I think, is the most versatile of any planner, and especially the half letter size, because you really can make it your own in so many different ways. I really love the style of her books. So this was one half of the year. You can take her inserts and put them into anything that you want. So this is the one that I used last year. This is from Lavender. And inside of my cover here, I have sheet plans inserts. I used my own discs. She is actually going to be bringing metal discs. Right now she only offers plastic discs, but I just wanted to show you that you can take her pages and use them in any book that you want. I really, really love the ability to use discs in the way that works best for you. This is making me want to go back to discs. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed using this for the first half of last year, and then I switched and now I'm missing it again. So I may be using discs again for the first half of this upcoming year. So let's get started on the disc items. Let me zoom out a little bit. Currently, her only size she has available is half letter, which is my favorite size for disc bound systems. Like I said, it just makes it really versatile to add things in or take things out, print off different things. I will print off my kids' school schedule from their website on, you know how you can choose half a page with your printer, and I will put it in here. There's just so many options available to this size, so I'm so glad this is the size that she uses. So she has a lot of different inserts for this. Right now, her pre-created planners are available in daily and weekly. Then she has a whole Plan Your Way line that has monthly spreads, weekly layouts, and daily pages. And they're in tons of different layouts. And the monthly spreads are in 3 different layouts, the weekly layouts are in 8 different layouts, and the daily pages are in 3 different layouts. They're all undated because you are making it your own, so they do need to be undated because they're not pre-set for you. But let's start off with her pre-created planners first, and then we will hop into some of the other items available. So we're going to flip through these inserts. They're pretty much the same as they are in the Sewn book, so we'll do it pretty quickly. But the size difference is half letter. Half letter is literally half a letter size sheet of paper. So your printer or paper, it's 5.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. And so because it is smaller, the monthly boxes are quite small. We can measure them. I think that they look like they're about 1 inch and 1/8 by 1 1/4 inches. So there's enough room for me to write on, but there's not like ample space here. I actually love this size. I always feel like there's plenty of room. You have your planning for January pages, and then it goes into the weekly page. So this is what a weekly page looks like. You have a notes section here, kind of your week ahead. I would probably use this as a master to-do list for the week. And then you have, each day has a box, and you can use this for appointments or a to-do list. This is probably where some people will have an issue with this layout. The Saturday and Sunday, you just have 4 lines to write on each day. This is perfect for me. I actually don't like planning on the weekend. I put my planner away and just live life with my family generally. But I know that some people work on the weekends. You know, some people don't have a regular schedule, or like when I was working in the hospital, I did work Saturdays and I worked, I think, a couple Sundays. And so that was just another normal day for me. And so I know some people are like me and have to work on the weekend and they need more space than this. So you just have to decide if this is a layout that would work for you. At the end of the month, you have a monthly review, and it has a place for you to celebrate your focus goals. So progress made for focus goal 1, progress made to focus goal 2. This leaves you room to work on 2 goals a month, and then it goes into the next month. And that is what the weekly inserts look like that are pre-made. I actually really like this layout for what I am thinking of using it for, which is meal planning. It gives plenty of space for meal planning, and my focus goals would probably be related to health in this. I could keep this totally health related. And I really like the idea of having a disc-bound health planner because I can put in different recipes that I find, or I'm working with a nutritionist right now, so I could put in things that he gives me and I could print them out on half letter and have it all mixed in together. But that's probably what I would be using these pages for. The Dated Weekly Discbound Planner insert, you get a full year for $28. The punch is done in the Levenger style, which I prefer. The Levenger punch is a fatter mushroom. It's a wider mushroom. So it flips really nice on the pages. I hate when the mushrooms are like a skinnier top and they don't flip easy. I actually invested in a Levenger punch because that was so important to me, and I would re-punch a lot of other planner inserts from other companies. So I love that she uses the Levenger punch on hers. You can also get this unpunched if you would prefer to punch it yourself, or if you want to use it in your ring planner, you can get it that way as well. This paper is different from their sewn books. Their sewn books are done on 70-pound paper. This is 80-pound paper, but they're both great quality. I prefer this paper to their sewn books, but like I said, I like them both a lot. And this paper is beautiful, like really, really beautiful and nice. I find it has a texture to it. It's very similar to Erin Condren paper. It really is. This is probably the closest to Erin Condren paper that I've ever found, but it's brighter. So I can actually see the texture in this one. It's very, very similar to Erin Condren. I always thought that She Plans has probably the most comparable paper to Erin Condren. I know a lot of us love Erin Condren paper, and yeah, this is probably the most comparable to any planner brand that I've reviewed. You get both halves, the full year of Dated for $28. So it's a really great option especially if you already have your discs and covers and things that you love. It's a really affordable way to get started on discbound. This is seriously some of the best inserts out there. Okay, the other option you have if you want a pre-dated planner and you want the inserts is getting your daily. So the daily is beautiful. These are also done in the half letter size. They are done on that beautiful 80-pound paper. It is $45 for the whole year, which is awesome. You can choose by having this Levenger discbound punched, or you can get it unpunched. They really, truly, just like such a clean, beautiful layout. So you start off with the same thing, the January layout. You're planning for January. It has room for 2 focus goals. And then that same daily layout that you saw in the sewn book. This is a smaller one because it's obviously half letter rather than the bigger size that we had in the sewn. But it has a perfect amount of room for me for a daily. I love this one. I used it quite a bit last year. And your time goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. You have this great weekly layout, week at a glance. And at the end of the month, you do have the same monthly review. So it is a beautiful, beautiful option. She Plans is really underrated, super underrated. It is amazing quality. She Plans also offers that same intentional goal planning, the sewn book that I showed you, in their inserts. So you can get this for $12. You can add this on to whatever planner you decide to get. I'm not going to open it up because it's exactly the same as what we just looked in the Sewn book, except it's obviously half letter size. So you can get this punched and unpunched as any of their inserts. And in here, you can do your focus goals, your monthly breakdowns, and it has some open-ended notes in the back. This is the 80-pound paper, as all of their inserts are, and it's half letter size. So if you are using a half letter disc bound planner for this upcoming year, this is a great option for you for goal planning. Another great thing that she offers is her Plan Your Way line. So this is a way for you to really make your planner your own. And one thing she offers is the sample pack. So you can buy this item and you can try out all of the different layouts that she has. So let's go through this. This sample pack is only $8, which I think is a great option if you're just not sure what you want to use. So inside of this, it has a lot of different things that are included. So inside of this are all sample pages that you can play with. So we're going to go through what she has in here. All of these things are available in her Plan Your Way line, so you can make your planner just the way that you want it to be. Okay, the first thing that you have is her OG monthly continuous layout. And she gives you 2 different months to play with here. The first one that you get is November 2023, and this is a Sunday start monthly. And then the next month you get is the December, but this one is Monday start. So you can decide which way you like it better. I prefer a Sunday start monthly, but because that is just how most monthly planners are set up. So I get confused when Sunday's over here. But I know a lot of people like for their monthly to match their weekly, and most weeklies go Monday through Sunday. And so this would be the one for you. And it's nice to be able to try both of them out. Maybe I've actually never tried a Monday start monthly, so maybe I would actually love it. I don't know. So then you get a couple of dot grid pages before it goes into the next one, which is a perpetual monthly dot grid. And you get it like this. So this is an option for the monthly, and it is a little calendar up here for November 2023, and then you get dot grid, and then you have this list of the days of the month. So it's 1 through 30, and you could, I don't know, so many things. You could use this for different things you want to read each day, different goals you have for each day, what appointments you have for each day. Awesome. And then the next thing you have here is an undated monthly. And then we're going to get some weekly pages to try out. So the first weekly page is a vertical weekly. I love this so much. This is a lined vertical, and the weekends on this layout are split. This is a smaller planner. It's not as wide, so they did have to combine those two, which I think is great. You get a couple pages of that to try out, and then a couple dot grids, and then you have, this is called the vertical dashboard dot grid. So this is like half of a lined, you have a habit tracker, and then you get dot grid. This one's really cool. I think this would be an amazing one. Again, this might be one that I would want for meal planning instead. I really like this layout. This is her 2-day layout. The 2-day layout has your week at a glance, and then just a 2 days per page of a vertical lined layout. So there is that one. And this one is considered structured. And then you get another week with the unstructured. So this is what the unstructured one looks like. This is the structured one. You get a week at a glance at this view, and this one you just get 8 lined notes. So whichever one works best for you, you can try them out. This one I love. This one's called the Horizontal Weekly. And when you're choosing these layouts online, the inserts, you can choose whether or not you want dot grid backs like this in between the weeks, or if you want just a continuous layout where it just goes to the next week after the next page. This page is called the Weekly Dashboard Dot Grid. And so you have your weekly dashboard, and then over here you have goals, habit trackers, and then just a big dot grid section. This next layout is really interesting, and this one's called the Split Weekly. So you have your different days of the week over here, and then a lined section for each of them, and then the weekends are split right here. 3 big boxes, and a notes section. I know this is so many layouts, so you'll have to go over if you're interested and maybe you try some out. This page is called the Timed Vertical Weekly. These look like they're about an inch thick. Oh no, it's like an inch and 3/8, so almost an inch and a quarter, but it's quite skinny, so there's not a ton of writing space in here. This would be great for time blocking. Each day has their own column here, and it goes from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and then you have a notes column as well. Okay, now we're getting into some of the daily layouts. So this is the one that I've shown you before. This one's called the OG Daily Discbound Inserts, and you can buy these in a quarterly or you can buy a month at a time, the 31 days. She gives you, I think, 5 days of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different days to try out in her OG daily. And then this is a different daily. This one's called the Block Daily. Here you have maybe your top 3, fill in your dates there, 3 different blocks, and then a notes section and an empty space. That is a really interesting layout as well, and you get a couple of days of that. This last one that you have to try is the Joanne Daily, and this is a to-do list, a notes section, 3 boxes here, and then a grid. Grid is one of my favorite things to write on. So I really like that daily as well. And you get 1, 2 days of that with a dot grid on the back. So that is a great option if you want to try lots of different layouts and figure out what works best for you. I think that is amazing. This is called the Plan Your Way Sample Pack. Next up, she sent quite a few add-on inserts. So there are a lot of different options here. This one that she sent is the Daily Habit Tracker, and each month has its own page. This is January, and there is enough to track 16 different habits. So it would be like this in your book, and then flip over to the other days. So half of the days are on this side, half of them are on this side. So you get all 12 months, and it is $12 for this one. So these are the monthly habit tracker inserts. These are different than the dailies because these actually offer the different habits that you want to do monthly, weekly, and then the back are your daily. So it looks similar to the daily ones that I just showed you. This reminds me a lot of like the tending list from Cultivate What Matters. And so you get one of these for every month. I kind of love this. It's a great thing for goal planning. And you get 12 months in here for $12. These are called the meal planner inserts. So I don't think they're necessarily have to be meal planning. This would be, you could use this for a weekly overview or anything that you want 7 boxes for. But on this side, you have your 7 boxes where you could put your meals, and then you have a couple little sections of lined and then a dot grid. And then the back of it is the shopping list. I'm guessing that's what this is. So it's just a big to-do list. So you could use this for projects. You could use this for, this would be a great social media content creation thing too. They are called meal planner inserts, but there's nothing that says meals on it. So you really could use this for any sort of project or something that you're working on a weekly basis. And these meal planning inserts are $12. You get 26 meal planning sheets in it. So a lot of different options in here that you can use for about half of the year. Another insert she sent me are the quarterly planning the year ahead pages. I am having trouble finding this on her website. I think that they're on there. There's just a lot of options and I'm not finding this one. But these are the pages that are in the beginning of the books that I've shown you. And they have the 4 different quarters. You put your focus goal for the quarter, and then it has a different lined vertical section for each month. And I think this is a great thing to have at the beginning of your planner, especially if you're doing the Plan Her Way inserts and you're kind of choosing your own stuff and putting your own planner together. I would definitely pick up a quarterly planning section. I do see a quarterly planning thing on her website. It says it's $2 and it just doesn't have a picture. So I'm not sure if that's this or not, but I would highly recommend picking this up. Another option she has is picking up some inserts, notes pages inserts, and this is the graph inserts. You get quite a few of them. And this is actually one I would totally have chosen if I picked my own, but she also has lined and dot grid versions. They're each $15. You can get them in punched or unpunched. You get 50 graph sheets. That means 100 sides, 100 pages. And this is her beautiful 80-pound paper. So the grid is quite little. I want to say that it's a little bigger than an 1/8 of an inch square, just slightly bigger than an 18-inch square, but they are quite small grids. The dot grid and the grid both are full bleed, so you can see that the grid goes all the way to the edge. Her notes page does not. It has a border around it. It's really nice, and this is a ton of notes pages. I'm excited to have this. And last but not least, she also offers vellum dashboards in her full year at a glance. And you can get this in 2024 and 2025 if you want to do plan ahead. This is a beautiful, thick 167 GSM vellum, and it is gorgeous. So it's a really beautiful vellum. The printing is just gorgeous. I really love the style of She Plans, and this is a great layout. It's just beautiful, and I would definitely add this into the beginning of my planner. All right, I know inserts aren't like the most fun thing to look at because it's just a bunch of paper, but I also know that the paper is the workhorse of the planning. So I hope that was helpful as we went through all of those different inserts. Let's talk about the pretty things with She Plans: the covers, the discs, the dividers, and some of the other accessories available for disc-bound planning. The inserts might be the most important thing in a disc-bound planner, but second and pretty dang close is the cover. And she has some beautiful covers available. She sent me these two, and this one is Ocean Breeze, and this one is called Prism. She also has some of her covers from last year. So this cover that I showed you, you can still get this one. I believe this one is called Wildflower, and it is beautiful. I love it. With the covers, you get it's kind of the same feel as the ones that are on the Sewn books. It's this laminate, matte laminate, really nice. And then you get a milky plastic thing that's really going to protect it. This is a frosted poly one, and if you want, you can take this off and just use the frosted poly, which I think is a really pretty look, but I also really love these covers, and they're really durable. I've taken this on and off quite a few times over the last year. They do cover the tabs. So that one is Wildflower. There are 7 in total. This is definitely the one that I'm going to be putting on. I love this cover. This one is really sweet and cute as well, with the greens and aqua color in there. Each of her covers, I have them wrapped here. It does come with this and this together. So you'll get both cover options. These are her 2 new covers. These are $12 each. Her older covers, the other 5, including this one, they're on sale for $7. And so if you're interested in picking up any of the other covers, they are $7 right now. And they have really beautiful ones, but I don't know. This one is so cute. And you can get these also unpunched if you are not using a disc bound and you want a ring instead. Or another really important thing that I would recommend getting for a disc bound are their monthly divider tabs. So hers, let me just pull this out real quick. Hers are so cute. So I'll flip through them really quick. But these are $22 for all of them. These are done on 100-pound cardstock. They feel coated. They feel really nice and really great quality. I think these are superb. And here are the colors. You have that January, that powdery blue. February is a darker blue. March is peach. April is a darker peach. May is a creamy yellow. June is a brighter yellow. July, you have an aqua. And then August is like a teal. September is a lighter blue. You have October as, what's the difference in blues here? You can see this one's like cooler toned. This one's a warmer toned blue if you're interested in the difference between those two. October is a darker blue. November is a purpley color. And then December is a darker purple. And then you have a gray for extras. They're beautiful. I am so excited about using these. I love her colors too. They're just so cute. Another important thing that you will need are discs. So you can buy your own from, if you want metal discs, like I use with this lavender one. You can get any, you can use any disc with her layouts. But she does offer these frosted clear ones, which I think are so cute. They're really, really cute on the planner, as you can see here. I really like the look of them. You can get them in 2 different sizes. They have 1 1/4 and then 1 1/2. This is 32 millimeter and 38 millimeter. Currently on here, I have her bigger size, the 38 millimeter ones, and I feel like it fits it really well. I don't think I could have fit them all on the 1 1/4, I don't think, but she does offer it in the smaller size. The 1 1/4 are $10 and the 1 1/2 are $12. So you can choose which size you want. If you want to keep just a quarter of the year in the planner at once, I might go for the smaller. If you want to have a half year, this is a half year of dailies. So that would be the bigger size for sure. If you have a weekly, maybe the smaller size would be okay, but for sure the daily, you're gonna need more pages. And if you wanna add anything in, like I did, I would probably go bigger. This is a different brand, but I have 1 1/4 here, and I only have 3 months in it. But this is a thicker cover too. But that's pretty much how thick it would be with 3 months worth and then just some extra notes pages in the back. A few more items. She does offer a disc-bound planner bookmark. This is $5.50. It has 8 inches of ruler on the side and then disc-bound on this side and a tab at the top. So this is $5.50. If you prefer the clear divider tabs to her colorful ones, you can get this one that has 6 different dividers in that clear plastic, and this is $14. And then last but not least, I'm super excited about this one. This is a clear disc-bound pocket folder. So if you can see, there is a big pocket here. Let's see if I can use my hand to show it to you. A big pocket here. And then on the back, you have a littler pocket. So this is $10. When I'm using a disc-bound planner, I always feel like I'm missing a folder. And so I'm really excited about having one of these that I can insert into the back. So again, two pocket folder here for $10. Thank you so much for watching my review of the She Plans planner system. I know this was a lot. She offers so much. There is even more on the website that I didn't review, and there are a lot of things that I would love to try out. I hope that this was helpful. If disc-bound or sewn books are your thing, I really think you're gonna love these. I do. I think that this disc-bound planner is, of all the people who sell inserts, truly, I think these are my favorite. I think she has a great variety of different products that you can try, a great variety of layouts that you can find one that will work for you. And these sewn books are just so amazingly gorgeous. I love them too. I think it is an incredible layout with incredible paper, especially the disc-bound one. I love both of them. Truly, truly, this is a company that I think we should be watching because I think that she's going places. It's really a really great planner. Let me know if you have any questions below. I will try to answer, and all the links will be below. All the timestamps will be below. I'm sure this is a long one because my throat is hurting from talking for like 2 hours. I'm gonna try to edit it down, and I will talk to y'all very soon. See you, bye.